Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. You're live at the 7-6. Testing, testing. Challenge match. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Are you, who's roughing?
I'm not roughing.
Somebody keep score on the tablet. I don't know. It's right there on the bench. All right, gentlemen, we're starting the third set. For all the people that are watching. All right, play.
Anybody tuning in? This is
Puck goes to the
a
left.
little late to the party today. Just a little bit late. But
Puck play.
we currently have Jacob, the number 3 in the world, up 2 sets to none on Connor, the number 2. That last set, Connor forced to game 7. After Jacob was taking 7 games in a row, a very dominant performance. Before then, Connor looking like he found something there at the end of set number 2. What's up, Dan Soper? Thank you for tuning in. This is the challenge match.
Scores 1-0.
I'll put a poll up for you guys. See who you guys think is going to be taking the number 2. Is Connor
1-1.
His rank, or is Jacob gonna get his vengeance? Connor originally took number 2 away from Jacob. So you are watching very elite,
2-1.
elite level of fighting.
2-all.
They are elite scorers.
3-2.
As you can see right there. It doesn't take much for these guys to score.
Puck goes to the left.
However, it's not just about scoring.
Ready. Scores 3-2. Puck and play.
It's about defense as well.
3 up.
Can you hear me now? We got Ryan in the chat saying you can't really hear.
Puck goes to the left.
Do we sound clear?
Ready.
We also
Puck
have
play.
the mic on the table as well. Let me know in the chat if you can hear us loud and clear. Thank you, Ryan, for that. Volume is a little bit lower. We don't want to take away from the game itself. We want to just make sure you guys focus on the action. Commentary here is secondary.
4-3.
This is such a high level of play. Connor up 4-3 so far. We might turn it up a little bit more.
Five, 3.
Yeah, Ryan. Wow, commentary. Connor currently up 5-3 in game 1 of set number 3. Again, I'll update in the chat, but Jacob is up 2-0 on Connor.
Puck goes to the right. Score is 5-3. Ready? Yeah. Puck and play. 5-4.
Just tuning in, you are watching a challenge match here.
Game point 4.
A battle for number 2 in the world of air hockey. Again, Connor originally took Jacob's rank at number 2. And Jacob is back for his rematch.
Puck goes to the left.
So far, Jacob has delivered.
Scores game point 4. Puck and
Dominating
play.
performance there in the first 7 games. Connor then coming back to force game 7, set number 2. Wish we could have got that on stream for you guys because it
Puck
had
goes to the
everything.
left.
Right now, both players are kind of settling in
Ready.
to each other's
Scores game
offense
point
and
4.
defense.
Puck and play.
And it's a whole different ball game by the time you share the table with somebody for roughly an hour. That first set or a couple of games at this level of play. Connor taking game 1 right there, 6-4 on the Viper, Jacob Munoz. What up, Morgan? Thank you for tuning in. Xander, how are you doing?
Oh, you did it? You did it? I appreciate it. Smile. Yeah.
What up, y'all? You are watching the challenge rank number 2. Right now we have Connor defending his title against Jacob.
All right, Connor's up
Number 3.
1-0 in the third set.
Such a fantastic match.
Puck and play.
Super close.
One.
Starting off. 1-0.
Puck belongs to the right. Ready? Score is 1-0. Puck and play.
We got a poll up for you guys.
2-0.
Let us know who you think is going to be taking this match. Connor again, just as Zach said here in the booth, he is the current number 2.
Goes to Puck and play.
Jacob Munoz has been very, very impressive so far in this challenge match.
Puck goes to the
between
left.
These two. Very, very strong shots. Connor having to make major adjustments here on defense.
Ready, Connor? Score is 2-0. Puck and play.
This is game number 2 of set number 3. The Viper, Jacob Munoz.
3-0.
Up 3-0 so far in this game of set number 3.
Three, 1. Puck belongs to the right. Ready, Jacob? Puck and play. 4,
Ooh,
1.
Nasty left ball by the Viper. They don't call him the Viper. They like him. He strikes hard. He strikes fast.
Five, 1.
5-1. Jacob with a great left ball over.
5, 2. Score is 5-2. Fucking play. Game point 2. Game point 3.
Just like that. Jacob taking a big lead here in game number 2 of set number 3.
Game point 4.
Connor making a case for himself to make a push to take a win in this set. Slowly chipping away at the lead.
Ready? Score is game point 4. Fucking play.
Every possession in a game of this stature kind of is very, very, very important. Every possession counts.
Puck belongs to the left.
At any point in time, opponent gives a giveaway right now.
Ready,
Connor
Connor?
has very little room for mistakes.
Game point 4. Fucking play.
It's 6-4. I like the pace in which Jacob the Viper here is playing in, right? At any point in time, there's a series of off goes, and he can just kind of unleash one of his powerful shots here. Jacob only needing one more point to close this game. And that he does with a beautifully placed under there by Jacob.
Both players having fantastic.
You guys mind if I go
control.
take a tinkle real quick?
Amazing accuracy. Jacob with that accuracy on that under. Just
Shit.
beautiful. For those of you tuning in, you are watching professional air hockey, the fight for number 2. Currently, we have Jacob, the Viper, as number 3, taking on Connor Cummings, number 2, defending his title. The game count currently is Connor is at 4 games with Jacob at 9, and we are in set number 3 with Jacob taking the first 2 sets.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to help support the channel. Right now, we are about 1 minute away from starting the 3rd game. I believe Jacob is up 2 games. 2 games to none here in set number 3.
Alrighty.
It's best of 7, so whoever gets to 4 games first.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, a lot of
Game
crazy things can
2.
happen here. It is a race to 4,
Set
but
4.
no lead is ever safe
Play.
with these high-level players. Any one of them can catch a run at any kind of
Goes
given
to the
time.
left.
They might find something along the way that they
Set
find
3.
works. Right,
Game
they're
3.
constantly
My apologies
rotating.
to
These
people
guys
who
are
are
very
watching.
methodical about the style of play,
Ready?
which they play in.
Ready?
Both of them have had plenty of
play.
table time and have been playing air hockey since they were kids. So that is a very crazy stat. I know for me,
1.
I just started roughly around a little less than 2 years ago. But to find out that players have been playing all their life in this professional way, you can see why they rise to the level
1
that
all.
they do. It is 1-1, tied up. What up, Zaltay?
Puck
Thank you
belongs
for
to the
joining
right.
chat. And Dapper, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. This
Fucking
is
play.
in fact insane, and you couldn't have tuned in to a better time to watch 2 of the top players in the world duke it out right now for number 2. We did call it Viper's revenge game because he is seeking for vengeance. He wants his number 2 back. So far, making a statement in
Puck
the
goes to
first
the
2
left.
sets. But Connor slowly making adjustments
Puck and play.
as the game continues to go on defensively,
2,
allowing
1.
his offense, allowing him to have a few more opportunities on offense. This is a marathon, though. We are going to best of 7 sets. So first
Puck
one to
belongs to
4
the right.
sets wins. The way that this works is that every set is comprised of a best of 7 games. It can be over
Gameplay.
as quick as 4 games for a set or as long as
2
7.
all.
Thank you, Zalti, for stopping by. We appreciate it. Thank you,
Possession
Paul.
goes to the left. Ready?
We
Play.
we got Sammy Smooth in the chat, and we got
Zach the Ripper.
or Zaki Chan, aka Kachow,
Whatever you want to go with today.
whatever this one. Have you been tuning in to this game so far?
Oh yeah, this whole game I've been watching since I started. Both players. I've learned so much about the way that they have their puck control.
3, 2.
Oh, that was a beautiful cut by Jacob the Viper.
3 up.
And great shot by Connor. Great right.
4, 3.
They're just pure offense right now.
4 all.
Nice. And it's not like these players, if you are tuning in, these players aren't making crazy
4.
adjustments to the game as they continue to play. They're very minor adjustments that they're tweaking, whether it's a delay of their shot or just slightly an inch further away from where they were shooting originally. They're
Possession
making
goes
these
to the
micro
right.
adjustments and finding holes in each other's defense, which is nuts.
Score is 5 to
As you
4.
see
Fucking
'em,
play.
you're like, they seem like they're doing the same thing. But these micro
5 all.
adjustments are allowing, them to score and allowing Connor to kind of creep his way back into this game so far. The Viper seems very, very, very locked in, right? I didn't see, when I first walked in here, I didn't quite see what Connor would find, to find some success in these matches. But he's made the proper adjustments. He has some coaching.
Possession
Jacob
goes
has
to the
some
right.
coaching here as well. So
Ready, Connor?
maybe whoever's in their
Score is
ears
5
can
all.
have
Fucking
some
play.
pretty some quality advice here that can help
Game
both
point,
players.
5.
At the end of the day, advice is just advice, and they do have to execute on the
Possession goes to the
table.
right.
But it's 6-5 in game number 3,
Ready?
set number 3.
Game point
Jacob
5.
Munoz
Fucking
is
play.
up.
With those micro adjustments, it comes down purely to timing and
Possession goes
puck
to the
placement and
left.
puck control, and because they have built that foundation over time, since they've been playing so long, they're able to make those adjustments so quick. It
Fucking play.
is incredible. Something might work one time, but it might not work the next time because they make that adjustment, and it's just a small adjustment. Ooh.
Game point either way. Possession goes to the left.
All tied up,
Okay.
6-6. Anyone's game.
Possession goes to the left.
Oh. Jacob, I'm sure, wants that
Game
one
point either
back.
way. Fucking play.
He's doing a good job at cutting off Connor's momentum whenever he does find something.
Yeah.
And he is closing. He is
Excuse me, sorry.
closing today. He closes that one 7-6. Finds that left wall under for him, working.
I really like Jacob's forehands. They're very deceptive, very tricky, and I gotta say, they're fantastic. Connor has been playing such a methodical game today, and it's beautiful to watch how he is finding whatever holes he can. He's climbing back. Every game has gotten 6-6 or close to 6-6.
Yeah, but I see that Jacob being very, very patient on defense thus far in this challenge match. So I'm kind of interested to
30
see
seconds.
if any player will break,
Both seem very patient right now.
like Bane says. I was wondering what would break first. What does he say? Your body, your mind.
It is a physical and a mind game.
Yeah,
10
it's
seconds.
very much a mental game. And this, a game of this caliber, definitely a
All right.
mental one. Both of them have the skills necessary to
We are
take each
in
other
the
down on the
fourth game
table.
of the third set.
But
For
that
everyone who's
mental
watching.
game, right?
Fucking
That's what they're
play.
trying to establish and set up.
One.
Jacob taking the first point in this game. Ooh. Both players have similar styles, but also each one of them. Connor's right wall is just pure terrifying. With Jacob, a lot of his cuts, his crosses, and his forehands, those are
2.
Ooh, but then he pulls out the right wall. 2-0 Jacob.
Maybe that shot right there at the end was maybe a little bit
2-1.
rushed by Connor, but
Puck belongs to
taking
the
that
right.
away, scoring off the transition right there. I think in order to
Score is
find
2-1.
a little
Puck
bit
in
more
play.
success in this game, there needs to be a little bit more
2-all.
patience or delay, in his shot. And it's just a mixture of showing Jacob
3.
a little bit of
2.
everything, right? Both goes for the same players, but Jacob is kind of benefiting a lot from his accuracy thus far. As games going, though, it's
4,
hard
2.
to remain
Timeout
accurate
call.
for a whole challenger match. You have to kind of go through multiple hurdles as a player, mental hurdles and physical ones, as the body continues to
Time.
wane
Ready,
throughout
Connor?
the match.
Puck
But
in play.
Jacob is known for his very, very
4,
powerful
3.
shots. Not to say that Connor doesn't deliver power as well, but Jacob definitely does turn it up a little.
Puck belongs to the right. Ready, Jacob? Puck in play.
Both players have devastating accuracy. Connor, with the past few shots, with that right wall has just been dead accurate. And accuracy is
4 all.
Great right wall by Jacob. Accuracy is one of the really important things about this sport. Getting the puck control.
5, 4.
Ooh, we got 5-4 Jacob. Having that puck control.
5 up.
Great cut by Connor.
6, 5.
Jacob 1 point away from taking this set. Let's see if Connor can push this. And thank you everybody for joining in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We see you in the chat. Max, NC Air Hockey, Luis, thank you for tuning in.
No, give me that. Give me that. Come on.
Jacob going up 3 sets. 3 sets now. Is it 3 sets or is it game? They still have one left. I believe they might have one left that they haven't updated the score. We'll double check with you guys right now. But Jacob on that last one showing a very fierce power game, just powering his way through with a series of right unders on Connor there. Connor finding a little bit of a success more with a finesse on that cross, on
45
that
seconds
early
remaining.
cross, right? But yeah, you see the big difference right now of kind of Jacob powering through and those power shots really making uh, Connor's defense a little bit uneasy.
30 seconds remaining.
But we did, as the game was, what they were playing
All
earlier,
right.
I saw Connor kind of finding more
They
success
in the
with,
fifth
he was
game.
shooting a very,
Still in the
very
third set,
hard
guys.
left wall under.
Fucking play.
And he seems to have maybe shied away from that a little bit as the game progressed. But of the two, he seems to be shooting sometimes a little bit more finesse, maybe trying to establish that game.
1-0.
Just as that cross straight goes in right there. That has been his bread and butter
Puck
so
belongs to
far
the
in this
left.
challenge match.
Fucking play.
There's that
2-0.
left wall you were talking about just a little earlier ago. Both players have so many different tools under their belt. You know, left walls, right walls, cuts and crosses.
Puck
and
goes to the left.
every single shot from both Jacob and Connor is dead
Fucking
accurate.
play.
So their defense right now is through the roof.
Puck belongs to the left.
Connor stepping it up a bit right now. He is up 2-0. Which I believe is game 4. I believe it's 3-0 in
Fucking
Jacob's
play.
favor.
Puck
What's
goes
up,
to the
everybody?
left.
Thank you for tuning in. Fiji saying, I am Fiji.
Scores 2-0.
I am
Fucking
Photon.
play.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
3-0.
Nori, thank you for tuning in. If you guys are just tuning in, this is
3-1.
professional play. Wow, that was a beautiful cut by Jacob right off the drift. A slow drift followed by a well placed and hit cut. That's that
4-1.
left ball I was talking about, Zachy Chan.
Yeah.
That's the one that might take him home right there. That combination of that cut, of that cross straight and the cross straight and that left wall variation. You know, I believe the micro adjustments and the delivery of those are going to prove to be key in this game. I don't know enough to know what happened the first time around of what Connor found success in, but he's finding himself having to defend his rank this time around rather than taking it. There's a different animal that shows up, right, when you're trying to take somebody's
4-2.
rank compared to when you're defending it.
5-2.
I mean, whenever you're defending your rank, it's a different part of psychology where you're not wanting that person to take it. But when you're on the other end and challenging someone, it's a lot of times more aggressive. You're wanting that rank.
Yeah, I think it's easier to be hungrier when you're trying to take a rank rather than defending it.
Game point.
So
3.
far, Connor doing a
Puck
good
goes to the
job.
right.
It's 6-2
Fucking play.
in game number 4 of set number 5.
Game point. 4.
That was that shot. That's a difficult shot. Jacob just did.
Game point. 5.
Connor one game away from continuing to push this set. The intensity is up right now.
Timeout call.
Good time out there by Connor. If I'm Connor, I'm probably leaning on the power of that left under with a delayed release or a delayed release on that cross straight.
Game point 5. Fucking play.
Both having the positioning of both their shots
Puck belongs to the left.
being pretty close together makes it really deceptive.
Yeah, any deception between these both.
Fucking play.
They don't call him Jacob the Viper for nothing, right?
Game.
That's the one. That's the shot right there. Continuing to push this set number 3. Connor still fighting for life here on this one, trying to take his first set of the day. But he's
game 6,
fighting with his back against the wall for sure.
3 games to 2.
One of these games, and Jacob will take this set.
You got Cool Pierre. I don't know how to say it. Saying I always score on myself. Well, you know what? At least you're the one scoring.
I mean, that's what counts.
Yeah,
It's
you're
all about
scoring on
points,
yourself.
right?
Yeah, you're scoring on yourself and scoring on others. I mean, that's like, yeah, that's a triple double right there.
I mean,
You're putting up stats.
and think of the mind games. I mean, if you're scoring on yourself, other person
Put it away.
won't know what to do.
Yeah, they're not gonna get a chance to play. So if you're there in the chat, I feel you. Even the pros score on themselves sometimes. Nobody is
30
safe.
seconds.
Nobody is safe. You see?
20 seconds. Suppose he wants to take his 2.
All right. So there was a little mistake. It is 3-2 games so far in Jacob's favor.
45 seconds.
For this set 3,
20 seconds.
both players getting ready for this next game.
10 seconds.
Definitely,
Time.
Jacobs. Both players having good accuracy today. Great shots.
All right,
Great
guys. Getting a 6th
power
game in the
behind their
3rd
shots.
set.
It's a lot of
Jacobs up
adjustments
3-2.
throughout this whole entire set. It's a
Fucking
marathon,
play.
not just a quick sprint, you know.
Yeah, Jacob right now having the benefit of being up in the
Time
game
out,
so
time out,
far.
time
Not
out.
to say that he can
Sorry.
give something up right now. He can't. Right? You don't want to give any momentum, right, to Connor. Connor is a
All right.
very, very strong player. But
0-0. Fucking play.
he's up right now. If you're just tuning in,
1-0.
Jacob the Viper up 3-2 games. In the chat saying going for the guy in the black shirt. The black shirt, he is the current number 3 and
2-0.
challenging Connor for the number 2 in the world.
Buck belongs to the right.
Jacob is looking for
Fucking play.
revenge and to take
3-0.
what he believes is rightfully his, the number 2. This sets up these ranks. What do they do? In case you're wondering, they set up the players for the world tournament that's coming up soon.
Ready?
Where's the tournament
Where-
gonna be?
Fucking play.
No, Zach. I was
3-1.
going to say that part. Where is the tournament going to be, Zach?
Maybe in Margaritaville.
Margaritaville. It's going to be in Margaritaville. August
3-2.
21st through 24, I believe. So if you want to sign up, check that out. Air Hockey Worlds 2025. This is a
4-2.
preview here of what's to come if you're coming for the number 1 spot. These players are training hard.
4-3.
Connor with a series of off goals. Ooh,
5-3.
changing up his drift there, setting up the off goals for that left wall.
5-4.
Jacob getting straight to it.
Game point 4.
Game point
Buck
4.
belongs to the
Looks
right.
like Connor is just 1 point away from
Ready?
forcing game 7 of set number
Scores
3.
game point 4. Puck and play.
Jacob getting a little angsty on defense there.
Puck goes to the left.
With a reach on that one, but manages to get possession.
Game point 4.
We'll
Puck
see
and
if
play.
he chips away at this lead.
Puck belongs to the right.
That was in 3D.
Puck and play.
Yeah, that was spike it. Oh,
Game
wow.
point 5.
Hitting with authority. Connor trying to finesse that one.
Game
Oh,
point, set
tried to
point.
snag with that accidental self-score is 6-6. This right here decides if Connor goes to game 7 or if Jacob takes set number 3.
Game.
Oh, and Connor finishes the game there. Forces a game 7. What a dog.
Going to the 7th game, the 3rd set.
Yeah, this is a back and forth, man. Honestly, I can't even say with confidence who's taking the next game. I can't. I could say that Munoz is finding himself being up sometimes early in these matches. And Connor's having to continuously climb. He's been climbing this whole time, this whole challenge match. So we'll see if the tides turn, and we'll see Connor kind of leading early. Uh, see if he switches around. Maybe he's finding something and making this adjustment on defense. But Jacob still proving, he's finding that cut, you know. Also, pairing it
30
up
seconds.
with that hard right wall under, which is kind of a typical shot, but it's not typical in the sense whenever you have Jacob Munoz shooting it on the other side. One of the fastest shots there, on the planet. So,
All right.
who do you think is taking this next game? You can't say anybody. You have to
Fucking
decide.
play.
Oh. I would have to go for this next game. I think we're going to get Jacob taking this. He seems like right now he is wanting to get 3 sets on Connor. But I don't.
1.
You know what? I'm going with. I think the Viper, just by what he's shown so far, might close this one. But what do I want? I want Connor to take a set. I need 7 sets, baby.
That's what I want to do. I want 7 sets of air hockey
I want
today.
7 sets of air hockey. I want these dudes to feel the pressure of a set 7
Puck goes to the
going
left.
either 6-6, either way.
Score is 1-0.
If I can end the day in any which way, that's
Fucking
how
play.
I want to end it. And if you're just tuning in, don't go anywhere. These are number 2 and number 3 top-ranked players of the world. Yes, it's the world
2-0.
that is national. Jacob Munoz up 2-0 in game
2-1.
6. Now 2-1. 2-1 in Jacob's favor. Hitting a little bit of an off-row right wall with his
3-1.
standards for the under, then hits the over. Oh, Connor going for that left wall that's been working for him. Great adjustments there by the Viper. Then hitting that forehand, which is good to kind of move around Connor's defense.
Puck belongs to the
A little bit
left.
too much dip on that chip. Flies off the table. Now
Scores
Connor's
3-1.
possession.
Ready?
He has a chance now to chip away at this lead
Fucking play.
that Jacob has accumulated at 3-1.
One thing with Connor is that he is very good at whenever his back is against the wall. You see him
3-2.
start making adjustments and fighting it out until that very last point.
Yeah, I will say that. I'll give Connor that, man. He just doesn't go away. Does not go away. It don't
Hurry
matter
up.
how many points you're up by.
Timeout call.
Good time out there by Munoz, trying to slow down Connor right there, finding 2 points in a row, tying it up 3-3 in game number 7. Yes, this is game 7.
Time. Ready? Yeah. Fucking play.
See the adjustments both players made during that timeout. Right now it is 3-2-3. If y'all are just tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We love bringing you air hockey content, and this is such a battle. Battle for number 2.
Scores 3-all. Puck and play.
Ooh, smooth right wall by Connor.
Oh, and thank you, chat, for getting us through our light goal.
4-3.
Connor hitting that left wall off the center of the table. Very deceptive shot. Great delivery. He's up by 1. Did he
Still
save
good.
that? Holy, he
that.
saved it. Acrobatics to get that one done, but does not make that one count. Oh, what a snag there by Jacob.
Four up.
Whew. Slicing and dicing, tying up the game 4-4. Connor trying a cut of his own.
Puck belongs to the right.
Oh, flies off the table. I haven't seen a lot of success with the cut for Connor this day.
And it looks like Jacob's trying to take away that cut and cut from Connor, because that is one of his really strong shots. And
Right, Connor.
especially at this caliber, you
Puck
want
and
to
play.
take away whatever their strongest shot is.
Yeah, we'll say that because he's taking away that cut, he's forcing Connor to either hit the left, trying to focus his game on that left wall and the cut straight.
5-4.
Jacob goes up 1 in set number 3.
Set
Goes
point
up
4.
2, set point 4. Having a mountain to
Puck
climb.
belongs to the
Jacob
left.
tries the double bank.
Ready?
Tries to
Puck and
end
play.
it there on a tricky shot. If Jacob finishes this, he will be going up 3-0. Oh, Jacob taking 3-0 on the current number 2, Connor Cummings. That was
Set.
too close for comfort
set,
for
guys.
either player.
Good
But
set. That was a good set, bro.
I don't know. Does Connor have it in him to pull through and extend this game? Jacob only needing one more set. What do you think, Zachy Chan?
I think Connor has it in him. It's a tough mountain to climb, but I think that Connor has the ability to turn the table, especially when his back's against the wall. And I'm hopeful we get to a game set to a set 7.
I feel like a lot of it's because of our last match.
Both players right now
It's a grudge match.
taking a moment between sets,
That's good.
resetting, getting some coaching, figuring out what works, what doesn't, and that's what matters. Making those adjustments set to set, that's how you climb that mountain.
Right.
Make sure y'all get y'all's votes in on who do you think is going to take this challenge match for number 2. And hit that like, hit that subscribe.
You know who climbs mountains? Goats do. Who's going to be the goat?
I don't know.
Who's going to be the goat today, Zach?
They're going to have to battle it out to see who is the goat for the day.
Mac. Is that a lamb or a...
I think that's a lamb. Pretty sure that's a lamb. And for those of you tuning in, you are watching professional air hockey. It is, right now, the set count is 3 sets. Jacob the Viper versus Connor Cummings at... He hasn't taken a set quite yet. Both incredible high-level play from both players. They're the top in the world. So the way that they play, their adjustments, everything is spectacular.
Is it spectacular?
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh, man. Look, chat. We finally get a chance to be a little bit louder in the booth. We're trying to keep it a little bit quiet, honestly, because to be respectful of this match so far.
Would you say that the tension could be cut with a butter knife?
It could be cut with you could cut it with far less than a butter knife, dude. The tension is high, the stakes are high. Connor down 3-0, but it hasn't been easy for Jacob. Throughout the second and the third set, Connor finding more life in these games. The game count overall, although Jacob has taken 3 sets, the game count is 6-12 in Jacob Munoz's favor. I like what I'm seeing thus far, but maybe that's because I'm a fan. I like seeing this. If you like it too, drop a like and subscribe. We're trying to bring you all the air hockey content we possibly can, bringing you coverage of awesome players like Connor Cummings and Jacob Munoz. But we can't do it without your support. Drop a like, subscribe, get some Tito's, get your stream on.
Maybe even get some queso, you know?
Maybe some queso. Who knows, you know? Maybe some Fruit Loops and Tito's.
Ooh.
Maybe replace the milk.
I mean, that's how you're gonna have. That sounds like a great
Sounds
time.
like a great time. Sounds like a great Saturday. You could
Air
replace
hockey,
your
Fruit Loops and
Eh.
Cheetos.
hell yeah. Fruit Loops. I'm pretty sure that works. There's already a brand that exists that it's got like Fruity Loopy or something like that.
There is
It's
something
like a
that.
vodka. Yeah.
It's not bad.
So far, a dominating performance here by Jacob Munoz, finding it in himself to close these games and being clutch in very important moments throughout this challenge match. But you know what? Here in the booth, speaking for Sammy Smooth, I need Connor to take a set. Wake up, buddy. It's time to wake up.
You know, maybe it's because it's so quiet. He's used to his booze.
Yeah, Connor usually does better when people boo him, from what I've seen. He needs to be the villain. And this, I'm not sure that he's the villain right now. I'm gonna get a sip of water before my voice goes out.
Gonna be going into set 4 pretty soon. Within the challenge match air hockey rules, you do have a break in between sets, and that break is so important in resetting, taking a moment, you know, especially after a set that goes into game 7. That is nail biting to start with, and as a player, when you get to those game 7s, your adrenaline is pumping. We got Sakahi saying yo in the chat. Thank you for tuning in today. Glad you could check out some awesome, the number 2 challenge match. It has been such a great challenge match so far, with both players pulling off some incredible, crazy shots. Great defense. This is just world-class air hockey right now. Having it so that both players making adjustments to their game, to their shots. And Jacob the Viper has some very deceptive shots, but so does Connor Cummings. really liking with Connor how he has the ability to go with that left wall and that cut. Cross, my apologies. And with Jacob, he's the deceptive forehand from the back of the table. That is just pure nastiness. Very difficult to block, very difficult to predict what it's going to be. Both players coming out and battling it out. And that's what we're here for. See this battle. Make sure you tune in because once we get to this fourth set, I expect there to be pure fire on this table right now. And for those of you who are tuning in right now, you are watching professional air hockey. This is the challenge match for number 2. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Get more air hockey content. And it looks like we're about to get started on the fourth set. Connor does need to take this set in order to extend this challenge match.
Oh, I took the book. My bad.
Do you mind?
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. We're gonna get
Don't mind. I guess, right?
about to get started.
Yeah, I
In
mind.
Yeah, don't give me that.
I'm not good with that. What am I doing?
looks like Jacob will start with.
All right, possessions to my right. Both players ready? Puck and play. 1-0.
I'm hoping you're game to get a sub 5 out of this.
Yeah. Hopefully so. Let's see if we can get a game going. Again, Jacob doing a good job at blocking Connor's cut.
Ready? Puck and play.
You know what's funny is having Connor just asked me if there's anything I got for him right now. I guess, yes, I am the 12, you know. And yes, as players, we can kind of see what works. But even when we know,
2-0.
at such a high level of
Flip
play,
Ready? And play.
you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to.
Are you
It's
ready?
hard to say. I
Puck
think
and play.
Connor sees what he needs to do, but sometimes, you know, as a player, when you see the holes and you're trying to force it, right? Sometimes it doesn't turn on. It feels sometimes like a lost possession when you see that hole, and it's a little bit debilitating as the game goes on, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And play.
and especially whenever you're on the table,
3-0.
it can be really hard to really see to take that step back and figure out what's working for you and what's not. So taking that moment, figuring out what works, what doesn't.
4-0.
Right now we are up. Jacob 4-0 against Connor in this fourth set. Oh, great defense by both players right now. And Connor
4-1.
with the crossed is now 1-4.
Yeah, like I said, even telling me
5
to
to 1.
say, it's hard to say, like, on you know, you're down 3 sets.
5-2.
You're down 3 sets, and it feels like you can either go in one of two modalities.
Awesome out.
You can either
And
think,
play.
I'm surviving, right? I'm surviving. I'm in survival mode. You can think, 2, maybe this is done. Maybe it's not worth, you know,
5 to
trying
3.
to come back to get all these games. The monumental task that's up ahead, right? Or you take it 1 point at a time after that, right? 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time, 1 set at a time.
That's a better mentality. You know, not, yeah, there's a little bit of pressure, but if you're thinking point by point, game by game, you know, you have a better grasp of what you need to do. Oh,
Game
that
point
was
3.
a nasty shot by the Viper. 6-3. You take that time to really just focus on that
7-3,
one particular
game 1.
point. Right now we have Jacob taking game 1 of set number 4. So far, Jacob is up 3-0 against Connor Cummings. Looking to take the number 2 title, but I think that
Both
Connor
players ready?
has
All right.
the ability to
Clock's in play.
fight back, take it point by point, and make this go into game 7, or set 7.
One 0.
Jacob with the left wall, making it 1-0. With this, every possession is a scoring chance whenever you are at this high of a level.
Ready? And play. All right. Clock and play.
It looks like
What do we got so far, Zach?
Ready? And play.
so far we are at 1-0.
Yeah. So far, what we've seen is Jacob really put on a lot of pressure on Connor, not letting off the gas
Ready? And
by
play.
any means. That first game was proof of
good.
that.
Basically,
Wait, we got who we got here in the booth?
Ready?
we got Anthony. His
Clock
younger-
and play.
Older brother, my bad. I missed. So basically, what's going on right now is Jacob's defense is playing at a whole different level right now, especially compared to the match
1-0.
they played prior. But
2-1.
I think another thing that's coming into effect is the fact that Jacob stayed away from Connor's game
And play.
for a while. So we most definitely have been practicing, you know, in the shadows, trying to get his game prepared and, you know, ready for this match. And he's definitely leveled up when it comes to skill level. He's shots a lot more crispier.
2-0.
He's defending a lot more fluidly. He's not misreading and moving out of the way for crosses and cuts like he was normally
3-2.
doing in the first hit. So his strategy right now is to just kind of play
3-0.
freely and have fun with the game, bro. He took it way too serious back the match before, and it kind of
4-3.
threw his pride, you know, to the floor a little bit. So he just had to pick himself back up and show why he's still the number 2 player in the world.
So what I will say to that is we were talking about the fact of being the one defending the rank and being the one that's trying to take the rank.
5-3.
I think it's a lot easier to be hungrier, right, when you're trying to take that. So I'm wondering, you know, yeah.
Game point 3.
And the tournament, man. So he believes in his heart of hearts that rank belongs to him. So Connor came and he took it from him, and you know, Connor did well. He played great that last match, and Jacob's just coming in here proving that, you know, maybe it was a fluke, but Connor alone, man, he's really upped his game. He's playing at a different level. As I was sitting there watching
Game point
in
4.
reffing, I'm just, you know, noticing the determination in Connor's
Him out.
facial expression, the way he's driving to
Ready?
deliver that
And
puck.
play.
He's really determined to win this match. He wants to come back and be able to win. I know he's thinking, he still has something that he can figure out that can get past
7-4, game
Jacob's
2.
defense. But right now, Jacob's putting a halt to that. He's like he's becoming stiff, and you can't move him right now.
Yeah, I would want to look forward. Who knows if we'll get it? Because that's a lot of table time.
Yeah.
But if you got a game 3, if you got a challenge, a third challenge match, I wonder what would happen then, right?
Players ready?
Because then the switch, you know,
All right, 2 games to 0.
I just really believe
Clock and play.
on that one, right? Of being able to have like that space to be hungry, or the space, right, to defend, right. It has to do a lot with the psychology of the game, right, the mental state of the game. I'm sure Connor feels the pressure of having to perform and replicate what he did, which was pretty, yeah.
It was crazy what he was able to do in
Yeah,
that match.
it was crazy. I didn't see the whole thing the whole match in its entirety, but then seeing
Clock and play.
Jacob come over here and put on a
1-0.
dominant performance, which I would expect, right? But also, it still surprises me, to the level of which he did it today, because he still hasn't broken focus thus far.
No, I mean, by any means, this match is
1-1.
not over. It's not always the fat lady scenes. No discrimination to none of you big football players. But that's the saying, and we kind of live by that when it comes to this table game. It's not over to the fat lady scenes. The last point's in, and they call it a match. And Connor knows that, so he's going to fight to the very end. I don't think at any point will he give up during this match. It's just up to Jacob to stay stiff, keep his composure,
Clock and play.
stay poised, and no matter what happens, just
2-1.
know that he's been having the upper hand the majority of this match.
That defense, like you were saying stiff, right? But it's not just for anything, right? I've seen Jacob completely take away the cut.
Under,
Yeah.
Taking the majority of his kill shots. I look at Connor's game and everything.
2-all.
Yeah.
You can watch the expression on his face when he misses where Jacob locks it out.
Yeah.
And he sighs and says,
3-2.
Yeah.
4-2.
Yeah, but definitely of that, like statistically, I'm not seeing a lot of those cuts hit, right? Maybe in transition a little bit, but for the whole
5-2.
setup game, I mean,
Timeout
he's having to
recognized.
deliver shots of that quality, what he just did right now on the table, which is not easy to do time and time again.
it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Players come to the ready.
Execute
Clock
that
and play.
shot properly and come out again and again and again. It's a long match. It's a marathon, not a race. And to be able to exert your energy in such
6-2.
small spurts, it looks like it's small, but it does take a lot out of us,
Yeah, these are professionals on the table, and these are long matches. I believe both of them have been playing now for roughly 2 hours, so it does
Ready?
wane on the body. So
Clock and
it's
play.
always amazing to see if players begin to take a power game as the game continues to move on. Sometimes you see players kind of rely on some
6-3.
finesse, but there you see Jacob landing that power shot, that power right under.
7-3. Game 3.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah. Looks like he trained a bit.
But you got your gym time too.
Yeah, physically he looks better than he did on that first match for sure.
Connor got this last.
Yeah. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. He did take a game, right? Whenever you're against your back on your wall, you're able to kind of play freely, worry free a little bit because you have nothing to lose anymore, right? It's just kind of like, well,
But that's Connor's game in general. He tried to play free. He tries to play every match like he's practicing. That's what he's, relayed to me and other people around. He just tries to have fun on the table. Sometimes you take it a little bit too serious and your body just naturally tenses. So he just tries to have fun on the table and have a good time. That's all we're here for at the end of the day.
2
is
games to
have,
1.
Have a good time,
Both players ready?
I mean,
All right. Clock and play.
the whole point of this is to have fun,
1-0.
enjoy yourself, and just fight it out,
if I was on a challenge match, The whole point. It's fun would be secondary, I think. Bro, I'm trying to murder whoever's on the other side of the table, man.
But afterwards,
Yeah.
when you look back, did you have fun trying to murder that?
Yeah.
2-0.
After, it's fun, it is fun. You get to enjoy playing air hockey. Man.
2-1.
But there's animosity in this, man. There's animosity when you're playing, and it's controlled animosity.
3-1.
If you're just an animal on the table and you lose control, you're not going to find a lot of success.
See if Jacob can kind of stiffen up
Ready?
and be able to block. He's
And play.
been blocking the majority of them, but he is kind of letting some of those fly in. He's Connor's already got 3 in a row here.
4-1.
So that's something to be a little, worried about. But we'll see if he can figure that out.
5-1.
Most definitely needs to do that if he's gonna be able to pull the match away. Because if Connor starts to get that left ball and that cross going, it's a whole different game to try to figure out now. Because Connor right now is really trying to force the cut, cross, and under in. But if he can,
5-2.
he can get to a point to where he's getting that left wall, because Connor has a lethal left wall, whether it be an over or an under. But if he can start getting that freely, it'll open something up. And Jacob don't need that right now. Not to be biased over here, but
And play.
Not being biased at all, bro. I mean, kudos to Jacob right now, putting up a dominant performance. But we've been saying here in the chat, man, that left wall
Ready?
looks like it's going to be
And
key.
play.
We've been saying it the whole time. If Connor can find
6-2.
something, it's a variation of that left wall to see if he can find success and find, see if he can close out the set. Jacob has been clutch, right, in closing out the sets. Some of them, although he's been dominant, some of them got close at the end. They got close.
All
I
right.
don't think at any point in any set
Right.
beforehand has Connor
Block and
been
play.
up a game than Jacob. I think Jacob has worked freely in the lead for the majority of all the sets.
And play.
If Connor gets this game, this will probably be one of the first times Connor gets a game on it.
6-3.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but
Stopping.
from my
Ready?
knowledge, that's what it's been.
Puck and play.
If I find something people do is they'll quote
7-3.
you. They'll, they'll quote you. All the viewers will quote you on that one. But everybody tuning in, we do really appreciate it. Drop a like and subscribe. We're currently looking at the number 2 and the number 3 duking it out. You got Jacob the Viper looking for his revenge game on Connor. On Connor. And Connor putting up a dominant game right there at the end to take another game. I believe, what is he, 2?
2 games to 1.
2 games to 1. Let's double check that for you, chat. But it's been good in this set 4 so far. We're in there like swimwear.
Both players ready?
It's 2-2.
All right, 2 games
Jacob
apiece.
taking the first 2 games of set number 4.
Puck and play.
Connor coming back, putting up a good performance in the next 2 games, taking
1-0.
it to tie up the game count in set number 4. It's 2-2, chat. Yeah. Yeah, so I do want to come back to this because, I get scared if somebody asks me for advice during a match, man, because it could be detrimental, right, to what they're doing. And he was a little bit open, and what I told him, right, was that I think he sees the holes in the defense, because he told me this one time, and it made so much sense, whenever he said it. He says, if you see the holes
Ready?
in somebody's defense, and you're
And
not
play.
being accurate, you can't kind of you can't
All right.
execute right on that game plan alone. It
And play.
can hinder you throughout the challenge match, right? Because you're just thinking, wow, I see the holes and I'm not hitting them, right? I'm not hitting them and not thinking there's too much pressure, right, to hit what you think is already there, right? Instead of that. And what we do on the table as players is sometimes we create these shots for ourselves. We open up the defense, we move the defense's mouth, right, through a set of off goes, right, to kind of get the shot that we want.
Ready? And
Right?
play.
This is elite level
2-0.
play, right? I don't know how those words transfer, but what I did tell him, I did say, I was like, hey, it seems like you know what to hit, right? But it seems like you're forcing it a little bit because of all the pressure that Jacob's putting not only on offense but on defense, right? So
And play.
I just told him, I just reminded
3-0.
him of what he told me,
Timeout
you
recognized.
know, and I said, you know, you're losing your flow a little bit because you're trying to execute this whole time.
Well, and as a player, it can be really frustrating
10 seconds.
whenever you do see those holes.
Players come to the ready. Clock and play.
Even if you do see the holes and it's not going through, you might start trying to push that particular shot. And that might just not be the shot that works for you for that match.
Yeah, and that can be, you know, that eventually leads to a loss of possession, right? You're giving the other player more possessions. You're getting more frustrated as the match continues on. It's not good, right, for the mental, you know, state that you have to be in for the match. But so far, Connor going up 4-0. I'm interested to see what this could look like if he takes a set. Are we in for a long one?
No, I'm hopeful we get to a game 7. I want to see more air hockey. Both
4-1.
players being able to see how they play on the table and learning so much from
All right.
this challenge match, because not only is it their style, but the way that they have their deception, the way that they do their timings, all the changes that they make throughout this match, being able to adjust
Clock
to
and
your
play.
opponent, it's super important. Those adjustments really can be the make or break point. Having the times between games, between sets, refocusing.
5-1.
It's all about that. Setting yourself up for that success. That's what you got to do.
And if you're just joining us in, both these players are playing a challenge match. What is a challenge match? You haven't seen this before. A challenge match is when a player goes up to a player of higher rank and says, hey,
My left.
I want your spot. I think I could take you. And so they go on and
Clock and
decide,
play.
hey, we're going to do a best 4 out of 7 sets. Every set being made up of a best 4 of 7 games. So the first one, it could be over and as quick as 4 games, or it can go the distance all the way to 7 games, right? We've had a few
5-2.
game 7s here forced by Connor, finding himself short in some of these sets. But it looks right now like he's trying to push
Game point 2.
another set. He's finding momentum. He's finding the defense opening up for him. So we'll see. Tune in, chat. You don't want to miss
Game
the
point
rest
3.
of this. And if you're already here, drop a like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 likes.
Ready?
We appreciate all the support.
Clock and play.
This is professional air hockey here at the 7-6 in
Game point
Houston,
4.
Texas. The score is currently 6-4 in Connor's favor.
Game point 5.
This one going down to the wire, 6-5. Connor's favor. This one's about to go 6-6.
Game point either way.
Go 6-6.
Seven, 6. Jacob.
I think what's that? We have game 7, I think. We have a game 7 on our hands.
We do have a game 7.
Wow. That's crazy, y'all. Crazy. Let me double check.
For those of you tuning in, you are watching Professional Air Hockey Battle for number 2. This is such high caliber play from both players, having years of experience. We got to Tebow saying hi in the chat. Hey Tebow, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate all y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe. Stay tuned in because this next game is going to be, I think, pure fire. With both players really, they're making adjustments. They're changing up their game just a little bit. It's not the fundamentals of the game that they're changing and what they're doing, but just where they place the puck for one particular shot. You know, that can throw someone off if you're expecting it a cross to come.
I think so. I'm not sure.
At a certain point, and you move where that cross is, it can really mess someone up.
Levi on the fly is saying, I've never watched air hockey live before. That was a mad comeback. It was. And I don't think Jacob has been in a comeback mode this whole time.
No.
He's been, he's been
it is.
most of it.
He's been most of this match, he's
Yes,
been the
indeed.
aggressor. And, you know, it's a very, the psychology and the mind games of it all really comes down to, can really be at play whenever you get to
All right.
who
3
has
games
the,
to 2,
the lead,
Jacob. Both players ready?
who has their back against them.
All right,
Who
puck
has
and
to
play.
climb the mountain the hardest? Are you going to go through and, you know, some players, whenever their back is against the wall, that's whenever you see their best play.
So this could be it right here.
1-0.
Connor could either force a game 7 or Jacob can end this. Jacob really wants his number 2 back, right?
It's good. Flip it. Ready?
Yeah.
And play.
Wow, what a snag there by Jacob. Levi is saying Jacob is winning this.
2-0.
We'll see. Anything could happen. I'm leaving it open.
I am too. I mean, I've seen all sorts of sets go one way and it can change in an instant. It just, one player can get particularly heated on the table.
Puck and play.
Right now, Jacob has been heated this whole entire match so far now.
Yeah, he has. So it's currently 2-0
To my left.
in Connor's favor in this game. He's up
Yep.
2-0. Game number 5.
And play.
Yes, he has been keeping his head up on his shoulders
2-1.
as the game has progressed. He has been laser focused for sure. Oof. Connor trying to snag that one.
And play.
Ooh, that one did not miss by much.
2-all.
2-2, all tied up.
What's not?
Connor trying to force a game 7 here. There's only 5
Ready?
points left here.
And play.
Either way, 5 points. Jacob really using those off goals, trying to open up Connor's defense, and that's what you got to do.
So Levi trying to know who is the one that challenged who. So the one in the black is Jacob the Viper Munoz. He was the original number 2. Connor then came along, challenged him, and did what seemed the impossible at the time and became the new number 2. Now, Jacob came back
3-2.
as the number 3, challenging for his spot again. So Jacob is the challenger in this game, and he is up
Ready?
3-2.
And play.
And what could be his closing game here.
4-2.
4-2. A strong right wall under.
To my right. Ready? And play.
Yeah, the tension out there is very. You can slice through that tension, man. You got two great competitors on the table thus far. What a great display of defense there by Jacob. Tries an off speed. I'm sure he's going for the under. There it goes. Great defense
4-3.
there by Connor. Followed up like that right wall under. Cutting the lead to 1. It's currently 3-4. Jacob asking to sand the puck. You can request that at any time during the game if you feel a drag in the
Puck
puck.
and play. 5-3.
Oh, 5-3, taking a 2-point lead. Man, those swings are crazy, man. Do you see the damn thing?
Yeah.
5-4.
The mallet is blurring from the screen. How fast he's hitting it. Yeah. Connor making it 4-5. Let's see if he ties this up. Oh,
5
what a
all.
grab and snag there. Tying it up 5-5.
Match point 5.
Fortunate snub there. It's 6-5. Jacob here with set point. He could take this.
It really comes down to this right here.
Match point,
Oh,
game
6-6.
point.
Holy shit, bro.
He's kind of going to be able to force a game 7.
Oh my god. Game 7, baby.
I think my heart just stopped.
I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll just shut up. Oh,
Possession to my right.
man. Too much mustard on that.
Ready? Puck and play.
Dude, there's a lot of pressure right now.
7-6. Connor
clutching
going to
it.
game 7.
And then Jacob falling over the table because he knows what this means here.
We're going game 7.
We going game 7. It gonna rain. It gonna rain.
It's going to rain pucks.
It gonna rain pucks and right walls.
Both sides are raining pucks right now.
Oh my. Damn, dude. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I was clenching on that one, dude. I didn't. That's crazy, cause yeah. Regardless, it's great air hockey, man. It's great air hockey. We're going to game 7. Connor forcing the game 7, catching momentum there on that last game. If he takes this one, if he takes the set, this one might be open. Might be open season.
You know, with every point, every game being incredible, as the set goes on, every point, every game becomes just more and more important.
Yeah, it's pivotal every moment.
Yep. And if it can change, one game can change a whole entire momentum.
Game can change the world. And that game is air hockey, bro. I know, saying more air hockey. Thank you for tuning in. Levi on the fly saying crazy GGs. These are crazy GGs. Oh my God, this is good. This is getting good. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm giving the heebie-jeebies. That was a little ka-chow moment there at the end. What was that, man? I don't even remember. Was that a catch and transition there at the end? A little bit, kind of? Or was it cut? All right, he set up the cut.
To get to 6-6, there's a transition shot, and that transition shot was
20 seconds.
super fast.
Yeah, man. I'm more amazed right now at the end, like the the mallet blurring a little bit on the screen.
10
How
seconds.
fast he was going.
Jacob is just pure strength with that mallet right now, and it is terrifying to
All right,
see.
it's 2 minutes.
But also fantastic.
All right.
It is a phenomenal.
Puck and play.
Call me biased if you want. I want Connor to take this set right now. I want some more air hockey.
I want to see more.
This is like the moment
1-0.
where you ever been to Chuck E. Cheese and you run out of coins and you're just like, what now, bro? You run out of tokens. You're like, what now? What do we do now? I need more tokens, bro.
That's where we're at right now.
Connor saw the hole
Alright.
there. He went for that,
Clock and play.
deep left wall under. Ooh,
2-0.
Jacob taking a decisive 2-0 lead right now. This is game 7. Jacob, if he takes this, closes, and becomes the
3-0.
new number 2. Regardless, it's been an amazing display by both players thus far.
Right. Clock and play.
Both players in this match showing clearly they have what it takes to be at the top. You know,
And play.
accuracy,
3-1.
puck control, really just phenomenal play for both.
Come on.
4-1.
4-1. Jacob closing more and a more decisive. Hitting shots with authority. Great defense
And play.
by Jacob.
Ay.
Trying that forehand under. Controlling puck possession so far.
To my
I
right.
feel like Connor's taking a little bit off his shot, almost like making it so that it doesn't fly off. Like that's a
Pocket
worry,
play.
right? Because he had two flyouts earlier.
But that can't be a worry. I mean, if your shots are
5-1.
flying off the table, when you lose possession, that's a tough feeling.
5-1 in Jacob's favor.
Come on.
He
Match
is now
point 1.
1 point away from becoming the new number 2 in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Connor getting a rattle out. That is heartbreaking there.
Come on.
7-1. Match.
Oh, Jacob Munoz finishing that one off. He is now takes back his number 2 ranking in the world. Gets his revenge. Are we going to see a third match?
I think we'll see a third match. I hope we see it at Worlds between these two. You know, that would be an incredible match, especially at the world stage. Both players fighting it out. Incredible performance by both to the very last point. It's what we like to see, that fight.
Yeah, if we got this rematch at Worlds, that'd be crazy. I don't know that they'd share the table another time before then, But we can't rule out all the other players that are still in. There's still a lot of top players. If we were to see a rematch of this, it would be a crazy feat if they had a rematch at Worlds. It would be crazy.
We'll have to wait and see what happens over the next bit of time. I mean, I'm sure with Worlds coming up, I'm sure all the top players are right now training, locked in, getting ready, changing up their game, figuring out what will work for them,
Yeah, there's been a lot of intense matches so far in terms of the challenge matches. There's been some shaking in the rankings here and there, but But yeah, especially Connor, kind of jumping into that top five, section, right? So we'll see. I don't know what comes next after this, honestly. And in terms of the top five, like who's making a run at what. But right now they're fighting over, just one spot, right? One spot at a time.
How close this competition is, that one spot makes a huge difference when it comes to your positioning at Worlds. I mean, it comes down to taking on those challenge matches, and not only whenever you take a challenge match, if you challenge someone and you take their rank, you take their rank, but every challenge match you're doing, you are gaining experience, and that experience is just invaluable.
Cheese Farts joining the chat again. You remember Cheese Farts? Man, what a match. If you were watching that one, that was great air hockey. It was crazy.
Always ready. Ready? Oh, shit.
Mike.
I heard you, man.
That's your dip.
Ready?
What an exciting day for air hockey. A lot of community streaming today, getting challenge matches on their way. This would probably be one of the higher ranked ones of the day. That match had a little bit of everything. I wish we were here a little bit earlier because those two sets were very pivotal, man. Even the third one, you know. But Connor never stopped fighting the whole way through.
The whole entire match, Connor was putting up a fight to the very last point, and it shows why he had gotten number two, and it shows that he was looking to defend, and it looks like Jacob came in and he just seemed really hungry today.
Yeah, he was on a mission. Get that man a burger. Yeah, he was. Yeah, some ribs maybe. No, but yeah, he definitely came on a mission, and he stayed focused all the way throughout. Not only creating so much, creating a lot of pressure on defense and offense, and Connor, didn't necessarily get to impose like his offensive will like he typically does on that one. Um, but I'm sure you always come out learning something from the challenge matches. So these players are only getting better as they see each other, right? This is top level play, elite level play.
They're only going to get more and more, they're only going to get better, and they're only going to get more precise. I mean, especially whenever you start breaking into that top 10, you see every single one of the players in the top 10 battle it out, and whenever you see them from one match to another, they increase.
Yeah, these guys are getting lethal on the table. Connor entering the chat as definitely as a top level talent. So Jacob getting the job done today. He is your new number 2 in the world, taking what he believed was his rightful place to begin with. If you're just joining in, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We're bringing you all the air hockey content we can possibly get our hands on.
But like, I've been using like the translucent for so long that I hit it a certain way now. I don't have to put my full power into it.
What up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. This is Zaki Chan and Sammy Smooth in the chat. We might play some air hockey. I don't know. Play a little bit. My hand kind of hurts, so. Yeah, get your practice in. Get your practice in.
Oh no! Oh!
For me, that's like thinking of
Oh, shoot it! Oh, good.
I can't stand anything besides the finals.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's softer than my mallet, so it's a little weird to get used to. I just can't like start. I just can't hit it like super hard like how I do with my mallet. One more? Yeah. Right. I got robbed. It ripped out in the last hit.
All right.
4-4.
Oh God. Oh, nice. Oh, my.
Ready? Yeah. And what?
Oh, my God. Oh, nice. What's that? What's that?
Fucking hot in here. It fucking works. I don't want to stop till it's over.
You guys what, 3-2?
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. And what?
creep up and then go back for the under. Hey, 'cause normally when I creep up like that, you just go around it. So I was like trying to bait you.
Well, I already decided what I was gonna shoot.
Cross.
I know he was going to score. I just.
What do you think about that? The way I'm kind of like taking the plug and spinning the mallet around it. What do you think about this shit? Okay. You got me in, huh? I guess we can just play up. Yeah, let's do it. Play right now. Come on, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. What do you want to play? I did charge you. I mean, time's ticking, baby.
Yeah, I got 30 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Another 30 days after that.
It's all good. Got like 3 more. Hey, we can wait.
We can wait. It's all good.
I haven't played in so long now.
There you go. And then he came on. See, you got the fucking tail on.
Are you ready for it? It's going to come in a lot slower than what we've seen all day. All right, watch and play. I know, you have a forehand too. Caused injury. I was going to say. It's good you postponed your match with Jacob next week.
It's like 80 minutes.
Ooh, yeah. Like a Charlie horse in the arm. Yeah. We're good. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. We're good. I've never had it happen. We'll call it John. We're good.
Hey Jacob, when you stretch like this,
Yeah, that'll. Right now I'm focusing on doing a completely different game right now. I'm trying to see like I'm trying to work on my deceptiveness off of close grip. I'm not gonna lie, right now I could power my grip really good. Oh, I know you could. I would just like hesitate and just hit. It doesn't do anything for me. I can't do that anytime. I can't go. If I go 7 sets, I'm a cramp. You know. Yeah. So what you're doing right now, build up. So what I'm trying to do is build up the accuracy. So even though you're blocking right here, I'm trying to hit wider. I'm trying to hit wider off of soft grip.
I'll be seeing you soon.
I'll be honest. I'm trying to play Marino first before I get to you. Go play Marino. Hey, your backpack's open. No, I like this. Ready?
Oh, we're playing conditioning games now, aren't we?
I'm ready.